Alright, back again. I have another Spring Valley beer. I still have no buffs for my character. Wizard doesn't have any buffs, does it? Okay. Reset the game, so we'll hit up Father Abenath, even though we're still at least 10 levels under what he should be. I don't know, Grimtool says he spawns at 20. I guess it would not spawn. It might spawn at 20 in Ultimate, because Ultimate scales, but like, Normal has brackets for monsters, but Ultimate is pure scale. Even though the monsters are much harder and the resistances are much more fucked. Oh, but this is a negative F for me. I have Public Poison. No, this is... So I have minus 30 health regeneration, but I get max poison. That's okay. One thing I forget to mention is if you hit the spacebar pause, not the escape pause, you can actually read all your debuffs on this. And check some of your stuff, like if you have like a certain buffs or debuffs, you can check which buffs and debuffs you have. You can't check your spell stuff, but you can check all the buffs the monsters have or debuffs monsters have, and as well as your buffs.
Can't do that
Normal has brackets, Elite has brackets.
I can't do that.
Actually change my No. Thanks, God.
Can't do that.
But I dropped a portal. I was smart. For once. I might play a little bit more PoE. Not really sure. I feel kind of done with it, but I signed up for the Badger Private League, which is the team game stuff, where your team has specific ascendancies and classes it can play, and it's really fun because the community is really good. Badger's a really good host. I'm not going to the key.
Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet.
I'm getting a lot of Chthonic Seals of Binding, which will be very useful later on. Right now they're not very useful at all. But
Yeah. That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready. Can't do that. Can't do that yet. That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
still did not drop it. I'm just like forever unlucky with those drops. Oh well. Let's continue on for now. Alright, so now we're at Twin Falls. We're going to go through the underground area. Hopefully get a few ectoplasms, because we are really bad on,
That skill's not ready.
No, we're not going to go yet. I made a mistake. We're going to go to Devil's Crossing. We need to do the separate area, like the little like the extra quest to get the, what's it called? The bonus stat point and skill point, which also leads us back to the area we were at. No, this is not what we got. What an unfortunate path in this year. So Hidden Path quest, before you go to the underground, I mean, you can do it after you go through the underground, but you need to do it at least sometime right around then. Because you cannot get, you basically save time. You need to go through the underground to get to, or you need to have the item in your inventory in order to open the area pass by as you do the underground stuff. It's a complete waste of time to not get this stuff on the way. I would get this before you go do it. And I am very forgetful, so that's why before going to the underground I'm doing it now. I'm doing it now because I just remember it.
That skill's not ready.
So my cooldowns come back.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
These little notes actually tell you all the stuff you need to know about, like where you need to go. If you wanted to actually read them. The lore is actually really good, but I'm ready for college football season to start. That'd be really nice. I'm kind of a meathead, I guess. Such sports. Love sports. Alright, so we'll pop our
Can't do that yet.
things here.
That skill's not ready.
Totems are always nice because you get blueprints. There's actually a good totem farming route for when you first hit like level 94. We're going to pick up this quest because it's easy to do with the Hidden Path quest as well as the, since we're just passing through this next area anyway. We're not going to do the next part of that quest because we're not playing an Oathkeeper or a Demolitionist. Those two classes want to do the next part of the quest. We could do that part, like the next part of that quest, because there's a shrine, but it's 2 levels deep for the shrine, and then 3rd level deep for the quest. It's just not worth all the time investment. And you could just push through and finish this. Finish Ultimate or whatever, or finish base game to go to Ultimate or go to Elite. Elite will give you a lot more, and you'll hit max shrines well before you, get relatively deep into Ultimate. You'll probably get most of the max shrines before you get to Ultimate. There's another quest in here where you gotta pick up book stuff. So just keep an eye out for lecterns you can click. Some of them you can click, some of them are just broken. You get 3 of them. And you finish with the quests. And you basically do it on the way there. So again, you're doubling up on quest XP, and quest XP is the best XP in this game. Still looking for it. Okay, last time. Oh, got it.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, there's one of those like things that I was talking about.
Can't do that yet.
Pick it up, get the full common passage. Now you need 3 of them. And when you get the first one, the other ones will show up on your map as a star. But you have to get the first one first. You can actually just log and run the game over and over again. This is the first boss we need to kill for that quest. Easy. Now we're going to go towards the next set of bosses.
That skill's not ready.
What we're going to do is we're going to drop the portal here, go upstairs. Grab this quest because it's a stat point quest, and it's on our way, again, to the next waypoint area. Go back down, just go here, and click our portal. Just run along here, keep an eye out for the lecterns.
Can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Oh, there's one.
That skill's
there's
not
the other.
ready.
Cool. Yeah, and usually you'll just find them along the way. You can always reset your game and just run back downstairs, and if they didn't all pop up the first time.
That skill's not ready.
So there's 2 bosses, and then there's a big boss. You don't actually have to kill the big boss, but when you kill the 3rd boss in this quest, the entrance to the big boss's place is super close, and there's a devotion shrine there, and the big boss actually has a pretty good drop, even on normal, which is this like kind of a component that's good for certain builds and classes.
That skill's not
2
ready.
more. 1 more.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, and this is how you get all the recipes and all that other stuff, is totems. And you can just get them from elite farming, which is the way people did it before totems came, but... Alright, so here's the next one. This guy drops like sky shards, and they do damage on impact, but then they explode, and the explosion is when they do most of their damage. So you want to avoid, like, you can basically face tank as much as you can until they drop, and then you get away from them before they explode. He also teleports to you, so you can't really fight him. He won't chase you. During the League, they actually added monster infrequence to him. I was actually thinking about playing the Grim Dawn League mod that they released, which is basically just the the League is the standard game, but they've added like monster infrequence for a lot of the monsters who, named monsters who don't already have monster infrequence, as well as a few in-game bosses. I fought 3 of the in-game bosses and lost every single time during the League. I killed every regular boss except Crate during the League as well. Crate still pisses me off. I think Crate's frustrating. It's a frustrating ass boss. It's like the entire everybody's way to beat Crate is just to fucking cheese half its mechanics by standing in a corner under the what's it called?
That skill's not ready.
Like standing under a thing so that his drops don't actually hit you, and then kind of regenning enough to where the boss doesn't do enough damage, or the little bots. So you can ignore most of that. I just run in here, fight. I fucked it up. I teleported too early. So this boss drops a DJing ground. Don't stand in it. It sucks.
I can't do that.
Which, yeah, it's that purple mass, which is kind of hard to see when your entire build is dropping shit on the ground. And that's locked until you actually... when you come back down here in Elite and Ultimate, it's the Frozen Vengeance item that you need to have for that. So you should totally get that in your inventory first before you come down here, instead of wasting time. So come down here, and then just teleport to the Broken Hills. So from here, we're going to do a few things. We're going to leave a portal. We're going to go to the next area, basically. I should pop my skills. I want to get artifact handling, because artifact handling is really nice for this build. And this is as far as I'm going in, what's it called? Inquisitor, is to artifact handling, because I'm going to do chaos damage.
That skill's not ready.
The other rune is Rune of Calisor is going to be my main damage move, with a side damage move from Sigil of Consumption. And then
That skill's not ready.
Here, yeah. So here's where you drop your portal. Because this is going to get you to the next quest on Hidden Path. So drop your portal here and just keep running up. That'll get you your next quest on Hidden Path. And it'll take you to turn your quest on the other one. I might actually do the quest, because it also gives you the skeleton key. Like, it gives you a skeleton key, and it gives you the recipe to make skeleton keys, which you can get other ways, but no, don't go down this way. Here it is. There's one way you gotta go down and one way you don't. And when you go down here, you just kill this boss.
That skill's not ready.
Drop your stuff on him. Kill him, and there's a free stat point. Run over here. On Ultimate, I believe this is an imbued silver. Not on on Elite and Ultimate, it's an imbued silver. So make sure to have that prepared before you go to this altar, so you don't have to go back. This is the character that first guy who sent you to kill Cronley is looking for. She hates him because she's badass and he's a punk ass bitch, basically. That's the gist of it. So just run up this road. If you have like ways to kill mobs as you pass, don't stop to kill anything, like if you're doing auto attack. But if you have like passive stuff like that, or like your my skater build that I did before, just yeah, free XP as you pass, but don't waste time on finishing them off or worrying if they actually die. So now we're going to get this waypoint, and then we're going to go back to where we were just at. So we left the waypoint in this little down area. So we're going to go straight down from here, grab the hidden path boss, which can be a pain in the... like, it drops little burning ground, just like Cronley did, except it's chaos damage. And by this point in the game, most people do not have very much chaos resistance. I am going the wrong way. I'm always going the wrong way.
I can't do that yet.
We just run down, give this a little loop-to-loop here, hook back down, and then it's going to be right here, this little hidden thing. This thing will not open if you have not completed the first part of the quest, which is why you've got to do the first part before you come here. You can't really drop a portal from here because the first part of the quest is really far away from the main entrance. So, again, don't stand still for this boss at all. See that little ground right there? It's super small, it's hard to see. And then he does that little blast stuff, which is also a pain in the ass, and I'm gonna die. And it has Doom Bolts. Yay. I keep forgetting about that. This ball, like each of these three bosses, drop monster infrequent pants. I think it's 3 of the 4 monster infrequent pants that are in the game. This one is the attack damage converted to health, which is a really good pair of pants for 90% of builds. The previous boss was the health regeneration pants, and the next boss, I believe... No, the previous boss was the pet boss, and the next boss is the health regeneration boss. I think. I can't quite remember, because the only one that I really farm with is the pants from this boss, because this boss has really good pants. I use these pants in most builds because monster infrequents are super powerful if you can get a good double rare or triple rare. A double rare plus a straight like yellow affix that's like a really good like focused damage affix is better than some triple rares, but I mean overall triple rares are better, but some double rares are better than triple rares. So this guy's sending us down here. Usually you don't go down here, but you know, what the hell, why not? We're already here. There is a dynamite chest here, which is good for getting rare materials, but you have to actually go a specific way to make sure you hit all the places the dynamite chest can spawn. And it's usually not worth it most of the time. Mike Fig has a really good video about farming the dynamite chest, but meh. Wouldn't really bother most of the time. If you're a Virus Mike character or a Blackwater Cocktail character, you always come here. Always. Every single time come here. You'll actually farm this boss a lot because Virus Mite, there's an offhand that reduces the cooldown of Virus Mite. Blackwater Cocktail, which I and the Blackwater Cocktail just makes Blackwater Cocktail so much easier.
That skill's not ready.
When you are doing a whatever the demolitionist occultist is, sometimes it's better to go the Virus Mite route. I mean, it's almost always better to go the Virus Mite because speed is king, growth is king. But sometimes when you're leveling, you would keep the other one, the Blackwater Cocktail one as well, and just blow shit up, like swap the Blackwater Cocktail for bosses, like the Blackwater Cocktail offhand bosses that have an offhand set, because you can't have two sets of weapons in this game. Like pretty much every RPG, you always get like an offhand set of weapons. I don't think D3 does that, but most other games do. So we have our shrine here, which is the main reason we came out here. Part of this shrine is actually mobs will spawn behind the wall, so you can't actually fully prepare for it.
Can't do that.
So you actually have to go behind the wall, kill the rest of these mobs to get the devotion point. And then you just run straight, basically, to the end. I would not recommend doing this dungeon yet. This is a roguelike dungeon. It's one of the dungeons, like if you die, you reset. So even if you're not hardcore, it's fun. It's I'd say the easiest of the dungeons, probably. The Port Valkyrie, as long as you don't stand in shit, is really easy. If you stand in shit, if you stand in shit, Port Valkyrie sucks. The Chaos Dungeon, I don't like, because I don't like any of the Chthonian stuff. All the Chthonian stuff is a pain in the ass. Alright, so we gotta fight a boss here. This boss is a fire boss. It's a pain in the ass. Summons monsters, and some of his monsters can heal him, so kill the other monsters first. Always important to kill the other monsters. It's also good to stay away from him, but like not face tank him, because he can shotgun you with that little projectile spam. And if you don't have any resistance reduction, it is really hard to do any damage to him with fire. Oh, come on.
My energy is low.
I'm face tanking him because I'm standing on Inquisitor Seal, which has some flat damage reduction, which is really good against shotgun abilities, because shotgun abilities usually do less damage per hit and more damage per like multiple hits. Okay. Yeah. There's that. We've got our skeleton key. That's not skeleton key. Skeleton key, and we got our free skeleton key. Alright, so let's go back to Devil's Crossing and clear some shit up. I cleaned up our bags mostly.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
Spectral shield, not useful. Not useful. Skill cooldown reduction would probably be pretty nice. And it's a lot of elemental damage, and it's energy regeneration, it's spirit and health, which is but we lose elemental resistance, which will drop us by lightning a lot. Everything else will be fine. Let's actually swap this helmet. Oh no, I just sold that. Let's not do that. Chaos resistance. I need the elemental resistance now. Elemental damage, aether damage now. We really need to move offhand. It's actually not bad pants, but alright. Oh, Gilded Arcana, get a high chance of skill cooldown reduction. And it's percent experience, but there's no energy regen. But it does have a lot of energy, cunning, and spirit. Actually, let's swap this. We could do fire damage, experience, chaos resistance. We already have chaos resistance, but this is damage. Nah, I'd rather have the Gilded Arcana. That's actually a really solid prefix. Strong powers does not help me. This belt has a poison fire pierce. No damage for us, but that's a lot of good resistances. Let's actually swap, because poison is going to be a big thing coming up, because we're going into an insect layer. That's not a bad ring, actually, but we're not going to use it. So this book gives us elemental damage, which is really good, but we lose a little bit of skill cooldown reduction, we lose poison resistance, we lose a little bit of health, but we actually get a flat amount of energy regeneration, which is a lot better because we're not investing points into spirit. If you invest a lot of points into spirit, percent energy regeneration is better. But overall, I think actually this book will be better for us, but we are not high enough level to use it, so let's keep it. No. 12% elemental resistance versus fire resistance, but no movement speed. What is our movement speed currently at? We're at 119, 125 with our buff. If we put a mark of the travel on these boots, 8% movement speed versus -5, so it's plus 3%. That's not worth it. Really have more movement speed. Okay.
Iron well spent.
Let's put this here. Oh, we can put one of these on our helmet, so that's good. Let's put that on our helmet. Oh, those swords. That's fine. Alright, that's good for our stuff. Oh, I forgot. We changed our ammo, so we need to put our teleport back. Let's keep going to artifact handling. As far as devotion goes, let's put this on. Fireball. Okay. From here we want to do chaos damage. I haven't built a chaos character in a long time. Chaos fire. Okay, so we need a little more green. Okay, so let's do spider then. Okay. Alright, we should be okay now. Mana completely now. So let's go to the Smuggler's Pass. So we're gonna make it to Homestead for the rest of this video. The video of this video, so we're making it to Homestead. Having bat should help us a lot.
That skill's not ready. I can't do that.
Piercing looking stuff. So the boss that we have to fight completely here, there's a few things. Like he has a big debuff, he has a stun, he has this like force wave like attack where he blasts the ground in front of you.
That skill's not ready.
He also drops a blueprint and a monster infrequent that are both necessary for a lot of builds. Most builds need the Mistborn Talisman, which is the blueprint he drops. Other giant trolls can also drop the blueprint, but he has one of the highest chances to drop it. So getting him to drop that blueprint is nice. Basically just circle. Yeah, that big AoE thing slows you down. He has a big smash as well as a big what's it called? Yeah, the ground slam stuff.
Yeah, I can't do that yet.
The big single target damage attack. Scrap for me, thank you, boss.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that.
Do I do a standard go towards Homestead and pick up Pine Barrens? Pine Barrens is the easiest free XP.
That skill's not ready.
There's a shield those guys drop that actually can allow you, that's required for a really good legendary shield for retaliation builds. Oh, I wish I had entrapment reduction.
That skill's not ready.
This area down here is actually for another quest.
Well, if it isn't
I
my old
believe
friend
that
from
quest is from
haven't
Fort
been entirely
Icon.
honest.
It's such a
my
pain in
sources
the
are
ass.
quite
I
good.
never did
My
that
job
quest.
was to scout the country. I came upon these refugees on...
Oh, and then this guy's basically kill a boss and loot his sister's body. Because she's all fucked. Going through here, the most important thing is to get the shrine and leaving a portal if you don't find the boss. There are two places to leave a portal, depending on the way out and what you see on the way out. Here, you go this way.
I can't do
If you
that
see the
yet.
boss on the way out, but it's like a curvy track to get back to him, then you just, or yeah, you already see him like he's here.
Yeah, that skill's not ready.
this boss drops really good monster
That skill's
like
not
lightning
ready.
builds, like lightning retaliation builds. And remember, killing the boss is not the goal of the quest. Looting the sister is the goal of the quest.
That skill's not ready.
Which, lucky for us, she gives us potions, because we need potions. Now that we've got ectoplasms, we're probably okay on energy regen, but you never know. I think it was like 4 updates ago, there was almost always a dynamite chest in this place. So it was like a really good farming route.
That skill's not ready.
Maligans, I believe, was people who always talking about farming this place for rare materials.
That skill's not ready.
So we don't have to worry about that. We can just pop our things here. And set this to us items. And this. Explorer's stuff is really good gear for leveling because it gives you % experience. It's really good to combine the Explorer's pants with the Lokar set. It's a free 5% experience that you can just tack on, which is powerful the game.
I can't do that yet.
Alright, so for this, we grab the waypoint, we drop a portal before we turn up to go towards Homestead, we clear the Homestead waypoint, we go back to our portal,
That skill's not ready.
and then we go rush down to Pine Barrens. Do we have 3 dynamite? We do not have 3 dynamite. We might have to go into, what's it called? Yeah, drop your portal here and then run down.
That skill's not ready.
You can, like, once you unlock Homestead, I mean, you can also do it in the Forgotten Gods, which I believe. But you can make dynamite. If you don't have Forgotten Gods, Homestead is the first place you can do. You can make dynamite. But you need 3 dynamite, I believe. It might be 2 dynamite in one. But I thought it was 3 dynamite, so it's better to make it now. Man, we can always teleport there and find out. But... So there's a rare you have to kill, and when you kill the rare, then you have to kill the boss that spawns because of the rare. And the boss that next. Waypoint, monster
That
moves.
skill's not ready.
Go in here. Get a talk to these guys. Busy infestation.
I do the best I can with what I've got.
Dynamite.
Don't get killed out there.
I can hear my kid shouting about something. He never shuts up nowadays. Like, once he's gotten in talking, he just keeps going no matter what. Personally, I want to say that comes from the mom. But that's not true. I damn well know that's intellectually dishonest. Because my side of the family, the Sullivan side, is damn sure bad about never shutting the hell up.
That skill's not ready.
We have a bad case of never shut the fuck up. It's 3. Okay. Alright, so let's run. Do this. Get Ulgrim. So we're not gonna do the final Pine Barren. Like, certain builds, like if you're doing a, oh, what is the occultist ability? Bloody Pox. If you're doing a Bloody Pox build, you complete all the Pine Barrens quest, because the last boss of the Pine Barrens quest, the one that's in the dungeon, he drops a really good monster infrequent for Bloody Pox. So if you're doing a Bloody Pox build, you dual wield daggers and you go to that boss in here. But we're not doing that build, so. But that boss is not worth going to. I mean, you could, but there's just not really any reason to go all the way through to get him, kill him on this build. So, talk to him, exploring the area, show what you need, get the venom, kill this boss.
I can't do that yet.
So we're gonna get the 2 shrines that are in this area, get the quest XP that we can get from here, and then we will go back to Ulgrim, send him to Homestead, and then go to Homestead to get our quest stuff or whatever. And that's where we're going to call this video the end. It's been a pretty long one, I think, because I just keep talking. So we need to kill these things. I'll put the up, which it did. There we go. Get this poison augment that we put on our weapons that doesn't really help us do anything. Pick it away. No, it's not the right way, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it is. This guy can take do big damage, don't do too much. You don't know why that should be not good.
That skill's not ready.
It has a really good monster frequent for warriors, or soldiers, I mean, because it's brute force. It's really good for shaman soldiers if you're doing a brute force soldier thing for bleed damage. Because it adds damage to Magdrogan's pack and Blade Arc. So if you're doing like a Blade Arc, a 2-handed Blade Arc character who is a shaman soldier, this is like your best in slot item. It's a very weird build, I think, but it's probably pretty good. Now we gotta go find a secret area or whatever. So we're looking for the secret entrance to this place. 3, maybe 4 places. One of them is at the hook of this. One of them is down here. Not here. And there it is. You know it's the secret one because it doesn't show up on your map. This is a giant Briarthorn boss who's one of the quest bosses. He drops you into the spider boss area. There's another quest boss, but the spider boss also has a potion shop, which is one of the best ways to go there. So, move this way, grab, kill this boss, drop in, kill the spider boss, get the devotion shrine, run out, get the next devotion shrine, and then turn it against
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
there's nothing really dangerous about this quest. And he drops a decent monster frequent. I think it's a medal. No, it's an amulet. And it's for like a blitz character. So if you're using Milton's Cask, which is a helmet from Act 1, one of the sister, you have to collect his amulet for the sister. If you're using his helmet and then that, like to play a blitz damage character, this is a good monster to go with it. It's just a pain in the butt to farm, so yeah, not my recommendation of a character. And you can do a cold conversion if you go into that dungeon we just went into. If you're not doing a cold conversion, you kill Warden Krieg for the shield. That also does as just a blitz thing. Blitz has a lot of monster frequency. So it goes from just a travel skill to a main DPS skill, basically. Spider Boss spawns next to the cow.
That skill's not ready.
And another.
That skill's not ready.
That boss actually has one. I don't think it's really good monster frequent. Where is that? This one. It's another amulet. And this one is for Devastation and Ill Omen. Which is okay. Devastation, like this is a Aether to Vitality, so it's like Vitality, what's it called? And Ill Omen is, what class is Ill Omen? I want to say, which class is it? It's not a cultist, I would have said a cultist if I was playing a cultist. Necromancer. So it's for the Necromancer. What's it called? Necromancer Arcanist, who's using Devastation. That's a really good. Like it's super weird. It might be good, but I doubt it. So I've never really seen anybody use that one for Vitality. You could probably just use Vitality Devastation and do like Occultist plus Arcanist. And that would basically to be a mage tank. Because if you're doing Occultist plus Arcanist, then you can have your like spell reflect thing, which gives you % damage reduction, and then you have Possession, which is % damage reduction. And all you need to do is get a little bit of flat damage reduction on some of your gear, and you're like an ultra tank. You don't need that much flat damage reduction with so much % damage reduction. You have like 60% damage reduction. So if you get just a little bit of flat damage reduction, you can do a lot with that build and be super tanky. Alright, so this requires a, I believe an Amber on the higher level difficulties. So go to Pine Barrens, drop it in. So now we're just going to turn in these quests, and then we are going to end this session. Nope, we're not going to kill Bloodfest. Not possible to the Gulch. If you talk to the Ulgrim first, he teleports him before you can turn this quest in, so you have to go find him in Homestead, which is not difficult to find, but still easier to find him here. Yeah, but if you do talk to Ulgrim first, he will be sitting here under the bridge, or under this little tent thing, like, you know, oh, woe is me kind of stuff. I mean, woe is everybody in this world.
I wasn't sure you'd make it, but I wish I'm going to check in.
I'll skip the pleasantry. The Legion is split on 2 fronts.
Alright, so now we have our next set of quests. That's where we're going to end this playthrough. I would never take this quest. Basically, if you need to farm Port Valkyrie for like a belt or like a certain piece of gear, then you take this quest, but it's not really worth it. We are going to pump a few points. Find the artifact handling. Just keep pumping points into artifact handling from here, and that's as far as we will go. This is 10 points away, yes. And then from here, we're going to start pumping points into the cultist once we max out artifact handling. We have one more quest to turn in, don't we? We do. Just forgot about Filipinos. I often forget about this quest. I like to turn it in. So don't be like me. Go turn this quest in. Get your free stat point. That's it. Alright. I'll see you all next time.